Sup everyone, this is Draco Evo back yet again with some latest Manchester United transfer news and speculation now. And we've got bits to cover around Thiago, we've got bits around Sergio Reguilon and Joshua King. Just so you know, if you are new to my channel, I do everything related to Manchester United. You know, whether you hit the like or the dislike button, it doesn't really matter, is it? It's interaction to YouTube regardless. But thank you for joining in. And in regards to comments, I would love to see some of your comments pop up finally, because in my last video, the YouTube decided to bug out and deleted literally every comment possible until this morning when I was able to comment on it apparently. So thank you, YouTube. You know, you're doing a fantastic job. Anyway, Thiago to Manchester United. So, straight out the bat, we know that Thiago is going to leave Bayern Munich and Liverpool are favourites to sign him. But in recent 48 hours or so, I mean, Jurgen Klopp has come out and said, you know, they're not really looking to sign new players, etc. In that line, he didn't deny fully, nor confirm it fully. Premier League starts for them today. Obviously, the window ends on October 5th, so we got a long time, you know. But in relation to Thiago, right, there are a few reports coming out this morning that Thiago might move to Manchester United. Before that, I will read you out this article from the Express, so take it how you want. Liverpool and Manchester United target Thiago Alcantara will prefer a move to Anfield instead of Old Trafford, reports say. The Bayern Munich star is likely to leave the Allianz Arena after 7 years of glittering service. And though Barcelona have also been linked, it appears he wants to join Liverpool instead. Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp is a huge admirer of Thiago and would love to bring the Bayern star to Anfield this summer. I'm going to skip that and then read this bit. Let's match of the day, ice cream van truck. Hey, and with United linked with a move for Thiago, they're eager to avoid missing out on another prize asset to a fierce Premier League rival. Thiago has also been tipped to return to Barcelona, with the club looking at re-signing a player they will let leave a new camp back in 2013. In regards to Thiago, you know, I'm not a betting person, but odds from Sky Bet, you know, who are also sort of breaking the news, you can say, have been cut in the last hour for Thiago to Manchester United, have gone down from 4-1 to 11-8. And also, not sure how reliable it is, but, you know, I'm not going to mention every single in the knows or Twitter experts, Twitter journalists, because we all seem to be Twitter journalists, right? But I thought I'll read you a little bit of a thing by this guy in relation to Thiago and Manchester United. Breaking. A deal that could see Thiago Alcantara join Manchester United from Bayern is now more likely than ever before. An agreement on fee structure and agent fees is close. Personal terms yet to be resolved, but easiest hurdle to get by. Bullshit. Okay, so we all know that Thiago is leaving Bayern. I do think he's going to end up at Liverpool, but Liverpool, we know that they have to get rid of a player because they don't have the funds, and certainly they can't mess around with the wage structure deal, right? Now, here's the kicker. Well, here's where United come in. It's been widely reported by many outlets that United have been in touch, particularly Solskjaer, speaking to Thiago. Thiago is a player that I would love to have at United. I think any club will take Thiago, right? However, looking at from Thiago's point of view, right, would he go to a club like Liverpool and in the last few years or few legs of his career and guarantee almost trophies, because I think Liverpool are going to be winning the Premier League again, in my opinion, this season. Or would he go to two clubs that's been mentioned, Manchester United and Barcelona, who are in a rebuilding process, who in the next couple of seasons, they'll be in line to win the Premier League. Now, with United, you know, I haven't done my season prediction or anything. I'll do that later on around the week. But personally, for me, United are not in a position to win the Premier League. I think the point gaps, they will, you know, it'll be much closer for sure this season, but not in the Premier League. I still feel Man City and Liverpool are way ahead. So if you look at it from that point of view, Thiago, for me, most likely will be choosing Liverpool over Manchester United, but it's the case of Liverpool kind of having the funds and making the deal in terms of his wages for it. But in the early hours of this morning, Thiago stuff have trickled out everywhere, right? Pretty much everywhere, you can say. Yes, Twitter and everything is not the best resources, but like you, I'm reporting. I'm a fan like yourself, and obviously, if you're in the channel, you're a fan of United as well. We read things, right? We get excited by reading things, right? Sometimes our mind tells us something else positive, like in the case of this guy who hasn't even got a blue tick in Twitter, but we read it and we get excited. And you know, this is bullshit. We know that. I even know that. But I thought I'll read out and I see what your thoughts are in this. However, I do feel United have spoken to Thiago. Now, whether that was Oli directly or United, whoever negotiates Woodward, have spoken to him for a potential deal, right? He's only 2 years older than Fred, and he's got a much higher ceiling, right? So I do feel there is some sort of interest in Thiago still for Manchester United, especially when Liverpool are buckling. And I do feel that if United were given the chance, they will definitely sign Thiago for a quoted price of what, £25 million. He's an absolute steal. He can give you 2-3 seasons at the minimum at the highest level. As I said before, he's a winner. He's got very good experience. He's an anti-press sort of player. He can pick passes. He can play a deep lying player or whatever. You know, the way that the game is evolving, the 4-3-3 system, you do not need a specialized CDM, a tackler, or biter. You need a controlling central defensive midfielder who can cut vertical spaces, position in play, keeping the ball, keep helping with the high pressure. That's the new sort of tactic that's going into. Especially the last couple of seasons, we've seen that. Classic examples is Man City and Liverpool leading the line in terms of that. You expect a bit more from your CDMs. But that's the tidbits around Thiago. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And I'll move on to the next bit, which is Sergio Reguilon. So I'm going to read you out this article in regards to Sergio Reguilon, and then we'll discuss it a little bit, Okay. The future of Spanish stopper Reguilon has been thrown up in the air once again of late. The 23-year-old, a product of Real Madrid youth system, spent last season out on loan at Sevilla. Right? I'm going to go down and read this part. A whole host of clubs have been named as suitors of the all-action stopper in the media, with the likes of Napoli, Chelsea, Everton and Tottenham all thought to be keen. The two outfits most heavily linked of late, though, have been Manchester United and Sevilla. Obviously, Fabrizio Romano last week, he said that, Reguilon has been offered to United, so let's see. However, the little bit of snag in terms of the potential transfer of Sergio Reguilon is that Sevilla are said to be keen to bring Reguilon back to club on loan, whereas United would rather have him on permanent loan. But the 23-year-old wants to apparently, go out on loan on Sevilla and come back to Real Madrid and establish himself as a first team left back. Obviously, Real Madrid have a couple of players in front of him. That's why Zidane is not interested in keeping him. But he wants to, according to this article, take a bit of a chance, go to Sevilla where he's already accustomed to everything. He spent a whole season there. He knows the club, the fans, the structure, the manager, the players, etc., etc. So it's easier for him, and it's still in Spain. So obviously, if he has a family, it's easier for him as opposed to moving to Manchester United. The benefits of moving to Manchester United is, with all due respect, Man United is such a big club, and we're building something special. And he can come in and make the left back his own, right? And we do need a left back. We do need a left back. He has been offered to United, as been confirmed last week. It's just that things are moving so slow, and it's a bit frustrating. So we don't know where he stands. But according to this article, Sergio Reguilon is kind of torn between Sevilla and Manchester United. And even Real Madrid, looking at his point of view, he's still young. He can potentially go out on another year of loan and come back with Marcelo aging at Madrid and establish himself as a left back, first team left back. Or he can make a move to Manchester United and become something, of a rebuild project, right? So that's the latest on Sergio Reguilon. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And we'll move on to the next bit of news, which is Joshua King. So according to Sports More, Manchester United have reportedly been given a boost in their pursuit of Joshua King, with Bournemouth open to offers for the striker. The Red Devils have been linked with a move for the 28-year-old in the past two transfer windows, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer continues to search for a permanent new striker. King has only 1 year remaining on his contract at Bournemouth and will welcome a move away following Bournemouth's relegation from the Premier League. The Telegraph reports that the Cherries are now willing to listen to offers for the Norway international rather than risk losing him on a free next summer. King began his career at United and it is thought to favour a return to Old Trafford, but Aston Villa and Fulham are also interested. The forward will miss Bournemouth's opening match of the new championship season this afternoon as he is stayed in Norway to undergo some treatment. So Joshua King, let's get this out of the way. He's accustomed to the Premier League. He's, I would say, Premier League proven. In some sense, he is. Last season he didn't have the best of seasons. You can get him for very, very cheap, I'm sure, and he's the type of striker who will be happy to play off the bench. He's not going to be expected to play every game, which means that a rest potentially for Anthony Martial, right? In my opinion, I don't think United will be after him in this transfer window. I do believe if his contract is expiring next summer, I reckon United might go in for him in the January transfer window, because Ighalo, we still have Ighalo, who's confirmed to stay at United until January. So maybe after January, Ighalo goes back and we bring in a Premier League proven striker who knows the club, who's been at the club, who's Norwegian, so Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Norwegian links, and who's happy to play that bit of a role that Ighalo plays, where he comes in and goes out. In regards to Ighalo, it does seem to me that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer doesn't rate him as much, especially the back end of last season, where last few games he doesn't start, that's for sure. But even there was one game he came on right at the end, like 87th or 88th minute, when we needed a goal. So it just shows how much faith that Ole has in Ighalo, and I do believe that Ole has kept Ighalo in case like a Martial gets an injury or a Rashford gets an injury. Otherwise, I don't think he would have kept him at Old Trafford. In terms of Joshua King's stats, you can see last season he's played around 27 games, 6 goals, 4 assists. He's quite versatile in terms of the positions he plays. However, the stats are not that great. This season, certainly. I think let's look at the previous season actually. See how he's done. He's done slightly better than last season. He had a few injuries, I believe. But at 28 years of age, can give a couple of years. Personally, for me, just stay away from these transfers. I don't think we need another striker. I think, just sign Jadon Sancho, god damn it, and use Mason Greenwood like in that position of rotational across all front three, because he's the type of player that can play that. But I do understand the motive of needing a bit part striker, you can say. But if you're gonna get a bit part striker, Cavani is available on a free. Can give him a shot, maybe. But that's the latest on Joshua King. Those are the latest on Manchester United transfer news. We talked about THIAGO. We talked about Sergio Reguilon and Joshua King. Obviously, hopefully the bloody comment section doesn't mess up this time around. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll catch you guys in the next upload. Stay farafari.